This podcast is supported by The RealReal. Meet Christine. She loves shopping. And this is the sound of fashion overload. Too many fabulous things, not enough space. So Christine started selling with The RealReal.
I've always loved collecting designer pieces. Gucci bags, Prada heels. But my style keeps evolving. Selling with The RealReal? Game changer. I earn more, and they do everything.
Seriously, just drop off your items or schedule a pickup. We handle the photos, descriptions, pricing, even shipping. You just sit back and watch your items sell fast to our 38 million members.
And I get peace of mind knowing I earn more selling with The RealReal than anywhere else.
Exactly. That's the sound of your closet working for you. The RealReal. Earn more, save time, sell fast. And right now, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Go to therealreal.com to get your extra $100. Therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com.
You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Hey, happy holidays. Welcome to Tuesday. I'm Dalby, and this is the 6th of 8 bonus episodes of the BadPod to get you through our holiday off time. Looking back on some of our favorite moments of 2025 or Season 5 of the Brock and Dalby Show. It's not Texas Tuesday. It's not Techno Tuesday. It's Text Us Tuesday. The special shout out to Text Us Thursday as well. It's the part of the show where the friends of the show take full control by texting in anything that they want to talk about. No rules, no topics, any questions, any comments, thoughts, pondering, shower thoughts, anything, and we react as best as we can. Sometimes it gets weird, but honestly, we like it that way.
Could you send me and Dalby a text? 762-555. Ask us anything you want to know. Could you send us a text? 762-555. Send us a text, we'll try to reply. No. I said no, but I mean yeah.
Obviously.
762-555, as Cher once said, please send us a text message.
I can't believe people forget about her greatest hit, that of course being, you should send Dalby and I a text.
Oh, I mean, on Thursday, I'll play you Sonny and Cher, where they said, you should text them.
I got text, babe.
If either of you were not working in radio, A, what would you want to be doing for a job, or where do you think you would be?
I think where I want to and where I think I would be is probably the same thing. Before I got the bug to want to get into radio, I really wanted to do stuff with computers. I've always been a big fan of tech and computing and stuff like that. So I think I would probably be doing something along that angle, and I would probably be a lot more miserable than I am now.
Probably just would have worked in the trades. I mean, I was supposed to do an electrical, OYAP program in grade 12, and then I started volunteering at a radio station and bailed on that.
See, I have these soft hands.
Yeah.
I can't work a real job.
I think I could be an electrician because I don't like sweeping up after myself.
Oh, there you go.
And from what I've heard.
That's half the training right there.
From what I've heard. A lot of you electricians don't like cleaning up after yourselves. That's just the rumor around, you know?
Barb says, why are baby carrots all the same shape and size? No two carrots are the same, but the bag of little carrots are all the same. It's just because they're shaved down from bigger carrots, right?
I've never thought about that before. That's a high thought.
That's my understanding.
Barb's got the munchies this morning.
Baby carrots are just carrots that have been chopped up and rounded off for your baby mouth.
Yeah.
That's what they're for.
Someone said, what's a random life hack that you swear by? I've told you this one before. It's the free breakfast at hotels. If you're ever on the road,
right.
If you just walk into a hotel and they have a morning breakfast thing, they're never going to stop you.
Mine is the clipboard, the power of the clipboard. If you have a clipboard and if you combo it with a high-vis vest, you can get into almost anywhere that you want to go.
Another life hack is that if you're bored of your sandwich, just turn it over.
Really?
If you flip over your sandwich, you get a whole different angle on it. Makes you appreciate your sandwich a little bit. It works for lovers, too. Just saying.
That's one of them unethical life hacks. I think is what that last one is there, brother.
Someone said, if you could send one message to the entire world all at once, what would it be?
Oh, I've heard this before. I like the idea of it being important info to follow, or something that would get people like waiting to hear more and then going crazy because they didn't get a follow.
I'd love to do the South Park thing and then just bust out the recorder and do the brown noise.
Make everybody go at the same time.
Yeah. See if it works, right?
The thing is that would also probably be better than mine, because I would do it in English, obviously, and then 6 billion people would be like, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, exactly.
They wouldn't have any idea what I just said.
Someone said, why don't more restaurants use Doritos as a base for nachos? You know what? Good point.
I feel like probably because it's just more expensive.
Yeah.
Like you can get tortilla chips dirt cheap if you buy them in bulk.
I will say nachos burn, or like Doritos burn very quickly when you're making nachos.
That is true. If you put Doritos in the oven, you do have to be very attentive, which is tough, because if you put Doritos in the oven, you're probably currently dealing with a lack of attention.
All right, final one here. Someone said, you have 5 minutes to prepare for a guy to enter your house and he's going to attempt to kill you.
Oh.
What are you doing to prepare?
Leaving.
Yeah,
why am I staying?
I'm not gonna wait around.
You're giving me a 5-minute head start. My car is right out the door. See you later, jerk.
Depends on how I felt in the morning, I guess.
I'm not sticking around. I just got that. You should send a text to me and my friend Ollie. Just send a text. 762-555. Ask us your questions. We're always here for you. Just send a text and we'll try to reply. I've always said the people are the wind beneath our wings.
Love me some Groban. Love me some Groban. 762-555. As Josh Groban once said, please send us your questions. All right, first question in here says, how do I win over my girlfriend's kids?
Ooh, that's tough.
As two people who are stepchildren and someone who's technically like in a step-parent role right now, what would you say?
I'm definitely playing stepdad role. I mean, the biggest thing is you can't rush things. Like, you can't try to be stepdad, stepmom right away. You've just kind of got to be the other adult in the house.
I think you got to be the cool adult.
You have to be, you have to be friendly, you have to be playful, but you can't fall into the trap of becoming best friends, because then the first time that comes around where you have to ground or discipline or any of that stuff.
Well, even if you're not living in the same house, even if it's just someone you're starting to date and like the kid's there, like I think you got to like butter up to them a little bit.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to try and weasel your way in a little bit. But you still have to keep those boundaries. But yeah, the biggest thing is just like, don't jump the gun.
Yeah.
It's like when you're trying to pet a dog, you know? You can't go too fast or you'll get bit.
Give them a game or something so they go get lost for a little bit, you know?
That's also an option. Yeah, just get rid of them, sure.
Someone says, bought a frying pan for the first time in forever. Do you guys remember the last time you bought a frying pan?
Oh, 2 weeks ago. I bought a new, because I only have non-stick pans, which you're not supposed to get too screaming hot, otherwise it screws with the coating. And I wanted to get better sears on my steaks, so I bought a stainless steel pan.
I've had the same cast iron pan for probably like 6 years now, and then I think all the pots and pans we've had for 5 years now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Buddy, just wait. If you and Courtney ever do decide to make it official and tie the knot, have a wedding, you'll have more pots and pans than you know what to do with.
It's the only reason to get married is
You'll
for
be
pots and pans.
swimming in cookware, brother.
Someone said, who do you think can squat more between the two of yous? I want to say you, but I also know your knees aren't good.
I mean, here's the fact of the matter. If I have to bend down to tie my shoes or pick something up, I'm squatting 300 just to get back up.
Sure.
Right? Nobody ever talks. All anybody wants to talk about is the weight on the bar. What about the weight on the bones?
Now, I will say I have watched you get up from a chair before and heard your knees pop. So.
Well, to be fair, my knees started popping before I got fat.
Yeah.
Right? That's just from years of sports.
I think you could do more weight than me. I think I could do more reps.
Oh, almost certainly.
Easily.
Yeah. I got a good one max, but that's about it.
Someone said, what is the best type of cheesies?
I'm a Hawkins guy. I don't like a soft cheesy. I like a cheesy that fights back a little bit.
I'm not a big Hawkins guy unless they're cold.
Really?
Hawkins in the fridge? I don't know if anyone else has done this before. I had a friend who she used to put them in the fridge, and Hawkins hits different when they're cold.
Damn, am I going to go buy Hawkins cheesies on the way home today?
In general, I had a buddy growing up whose family put their chips in the fridge. Cold chips actually is very nice.
How big is your fridge? I don't have room for that in my fridge. That's too much.
You get like a Cool Ranch, a legit Cool Ranch. Very nice.
Damn, you got me thinking about stuff here. I still wouldn't do a cold Cheeto, though.
Cold chips could be the move. I'm telling you, try it out sometime.
All right.
All right, what's one we can wrap up with here? Someone said, what's a good pickup line for Tinder matched with an absolute dime this morning?
I just call her an absolute dime and see how that works, since he's probably going to slip out at some point anyway.
Send her something like, are you the bottom of my laptop because you're really hot and it's making me nervous?
Yeah. I don't think it's a great idea. And I say this as someone with absolutely no game whatsoever.
Send her the, Lightning McQueen from Cars.
Ka-chow?
Send her like a gif of Lightning McQueen and just say, ka-chow you doing?
Oh my God.
Send a text to 762-555. Send a text right now. Ask us anything that you want to. We'll try to read it on the radio right now. 762-555 is the number. Send a text. Send a text right now. I tried not to do the accent.
No, and honestly, I appreciate that.
I thought it would be fitting with the weather that, do a little snow for you here this morning.
Absolutely. And who are we if not the informers sending out the information?
First question in here says, I just ate 2 sausage farmers wraps from Timmy's. How long do I have to? I have to go to the bathroom.
It's not an exact science, but brother, the clock is ticking.
It's like T-minus 30 minutes until it hits your digestive system and then it's out.
What's that thing we were talking about a while back in sort of kind of news? The how many minutes to midnight, like the doomsday clock?
Yeah.
You are real close to 12, brother.
I don't know if it's the sauce in that thing or if it's the eggs. I don't know what it is, but those things just... If you are looking to do a cleanse, like if you're an MMA fighter and you got to cut weight, just eat like 3 of those things.
It seems counterproductive to be like, if you're trying to cut weight, just swing by a drive-thru, but this will do it for you.
Eat 3 farmers wraps, sit in a sauna.
Oh. That sauna, immediately unusable forever.
You're going to lose 15 pounds, dude.
Burn it to the ground afterwards.
Somebody said, how many guys do you think smoked their first cigar after winning the Super Bowl on the weekend?
Ooh, good question, because players and fans.
It's a big thing, yeah.
I saw some videos of some players in there, and I mean, you think NFL players, some of those guys, they're just having fun. But some people in the NFL, they are finely tuned athletic machines, would never do something like smoke.
I mean, I saw the one video of Jalen Hurts, and he looked almost disgusted because he inhaled it by mistake.
Oh.
A lot of dudes making green faces for the Eagles on Sunday, I imagine.
But it's the thing to do, right? We just won the Super Bowl. All it takes is one guy with a humidor to start passing them out. And you're just like, well, I don't want to be that guy.
Especially if you're drinking, too, and you've never smoked a cigar. That can make you sick.
Dude, you just lifted the Lombardi trophy over your head. This is the greatest day in your professional career.
How many guys do you think puked after the Super Bowl?
I was just going to say, and now you're kneeling over a Rubbermaid garbage can, fighting for your life.
I mean, if you didn't puke after winning the Super Bowl, you didn't celebrate hard enough.
One way or the other.
Someone said, when you eat an orange, do you wash the peel before you eat it?
No.
Are you supposed to wash the peel before you eat it?
The purpose of the peel is to protect the food. If you're eating the peel, or if you're using like the zest of the peel for like a dish, then probably give it a wash.
I never thought about that before because, I mean, if you do think about it, when you're cutting in, the peel's technically going through the orange. So should you be washing your oranges before you eat them?
Hold on. Go back. Cutting into what?
You don't cut your oranges into slices?
No, I peel them. You dig your nails in and take the peel off, and then you eat the slices, which are already sliced.
Oranges taste better when you slice into them.
There's based on what?
What, did you never play soccer when you were a kid?
I did. Our coach didn't slice our oranges.
They taste better when you can bite it and you got the peel left on the end.
You slice the orange, the juice comes out. You're slicing through the juice. Terrible decision.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. Someone said, what do you think of the new name for Gulf of Mexico? It's the Gulf of America, right?
Well, it is now, allegedly. Although I even saw in Google Maps, they've got Gulf of Mexico and then in brackets, Gulf of America, trying to, keep Donald Trump. You can't just willy-nilly name a body of water something different. Also, I'm not an expert, but my understanding is that's international waters, and therefore not even Donald Trump's to rename. It's the Gulf of Mexico.
It's like when Diddy tried to change his name a bunch of times. Look at how well it worked out for him.
We all still know who you are, man.
Text!
Oh, God.
Text! 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 I think you should send us a text message. 762. Ask us anything you want. It's time for you to send us a text message right now. Text! Text! Text!
Scared me a little bit off the start there.
Yeah, if you're not awake, you are now.
It'll get your blood pumping in the morning.
First question in here, it says, if you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what song would it be?
You know, it's funny. I was just reading this thing the other day about someone complaining about Bohemian Rhapsody because it's so different with the tempo changes and the song styles and all that. But if you could only listen to one song forever, maybe that's the one because it feels like it's more than one song. You know
I feel like you got to go with something like very long. Like, if you know NoFX, they have a song called The Decline, which is almost like 30 minutes long. What is, actually, good question. What is the longest song in the world?
While you look that up, I will also make a case for Freebird. Kind of goes
8
through
minutes,
a couple different tone shifts, and it's iconic. Stairway.
Here's the perfect answer. I do not know how to say this name. Sri Ramachartamanas.
Yeah, sure.
Is a song that is 138 hours, 41 minutes, and 20 seconds long.
It'd take you forever to get through that.
That's the perfect song because you'd never get bored of it.
What does it sound like is the thing, though, because I get where you're coming from of 138 hours. Oh, my God, you'd never get tired of it. You could listen to different chunks. But what if it sucks? 138 hours of bad music is not better than 4 minutes.
I think
of
it's a
good
case of 138 hours. I think it's a case of someone telling them not to stop recording.
Just
what
keep going, brother. Just let it buck.
Someone said, what is an unspoken rule that everyone follows but nobody actually talks about?
I mean, here in Canada, it's the take your shoes off at the door thing, right? Like, there are so many other countries where people just stroll right in wearing shoes.
That and the urinal rule. I think, at least for guys, I don't know how it works in the women's washroom, but the urinal rule is that you don't take the middle one.
Right.
If there's 3, you go on the outsides, you don't go in the middle, you leave it open.
You do your best under any circumstances to leave a gap, including going and taking a stall if necessary.
Yeah.
That's one that no one's ever said it. No one's ever put up a list, but we all just know.
Yeah.
We don't touch shoulders.
What's another one here? It says, who is the most evil person you've ever met in your entire life?
Most evil person I've ever met in my entire life?
There was a guy that murdered someone in an apartment building I lived in.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, when I worked for a radio station in Edmonton, we used to do a big Halloween party every year, complete with a big money costume contest. This dude built a Bumblebee Transformer costume and hung out with our road crew the whole night, won the contest.
Yeah.
was in the paper like a year later for murdering folks.
That's like this guy in our building. He lived at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
We had drinks with him one time. And then it was just when I started working in radio, there was this huge story that they had caught this guy who had murdered his boyfriend in BC, and he'd been hiding out, and working at a bar in town. It was the guy that lived at the end of the hall with me. We had drinks with him before.
That's terrifying.
He seemed like super normal, and then it turned out he like murdered his boyfriend, ditched the body in an alley, and then just moved up as far as he could in northern BC.
Damn. Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, you always see on the news when somebody breaks bad and people are like, he just never seemed like the type. And then to have that moment for yourself, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Someone you're talking to today could be a murderer.
Honestly, someone you talk to today probably already is.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind when you go about your day.
It's time to send a text to me and my sexy little friend. Dolby 762-555 is the number. You can ask us anything that you want. We'll try to read it on the radio. Send us a text at 762-555.
That was something.
Oh, you don't like my country voice?
No, I think what it was that at some point you started the song as Carrie Underwood, and by the end of it, you were Carl Underwood. your voice dipped a bit.
It's 2025. Relax, dude. Relax with your judgment there. First text we got in here says, can you drink bidet water asking for a friend?
Theoretically, yeah, as long as it's unused, right? Like if it's coming right out of the tap, it's clean water right out of your system.
I mean, you just gotta think, would you drink toilet water? Because you could drink that too, but...
The thing is the toilet water goes into the bowl. Mm-hmm. You do awful things to the bowl. If a bidet is set up right, you shouldn't be doing anything to the bidet itself.
I just feel like there's some backsplash there. But I mean, if you really needed to, you could.
Yeah, in a pinch, you'd be totally fine. It's the same water that comes out of your sink.
Another water-related question. How many ice cubes in a mixed drink?
I take my mixed drinks neat, personally, so that they don't get watered down, but I would say like max 2.
I was going to say max 3.
Yeah. It depends on the size of the ice cube, and it depends on the size of the glass. Like if you got like a nice little highball glass and good average size ice cubes, 2 to 3 is
There's nothing worse than ordering like a mixed drink and they load it up with ice and you don't even taste anything.
Especially like the little pellet ice, and it's just like you're basically drinking a slush with nothing in it. Where do you stand on the big, absurd, like, one giant ice orbs you see, like, high-end Scotch drinker? Well, not Scotch, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they look cool, but then I just feel like it is diluting the drink a little bit more.
I just feel like I would hit my teeth with it, and that would upset me. You know what I mean? You go to take a sip, tink,
I also like to chew the ice, so it's like a giant jawbreaker at the end of it.
Gobstopper.
Yeah. Someone said, what's something you always judge people for, even though you know you shouldn't?
Oh, man. You know
You're
what?
like, where does the list start?
I am bad for judging people's laziness when I see them, like, park on curbs or do like a bad job parking or leaving carts behind. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of that is worth judging, but we also don't know everybody's story, right? So it's like, oh, look at this lazy sack over here. And then like they have a perfectly good medical, physical, whatever explanation for it.
One thing that I've been judgy about on lately is I've been on TikTok a lot, and it's people who set up their phones for them to cry.
Oh.
Which seems like I don't know if you're actually crying or not. It just feels so crazy to be like, I'm emotionally drained right now.
Right.
Let me just take a video real quick.
I'm going through a breakdown and I need to share it with the internet. We all deal with grief in our own way, but that one just feels really...
I just found out my boyfriend cheated on me. I should sit on the floor of my kitchen, put my ring light on, and take a video. It's such a crazy idea.
It feels a little icky.
Someone said, why do we keep toothbrushes in the same room we take poops in?
That's why they sell those little caps that you can put on over your bristles.
It is weird. You know, you literally keep it a few feet away from the toilet depending on where your sink is. Like,
I mean, the idea is as long as you're keeping the lid down on your toilet before you flush, you really are containing the spread That said, no one does that.
Yeah.
Like, it is a very small percentage of the population that does that. So going back to the can you drink bidet water, is it really any worse than putting your poopy toothbrush in your mouth?
You could use the same water on your toothbrush, I guess. All right, final one here. If you could be a fly on the wall in any room, what room would you pick?
I mean, probably the White House, right? The Oval Office. Just feels like you'd hear some crazy conversations. And that's not even like a just current administration thing. Think of any president in the history of the United States. Yeah. You would hear wild stuff.
It's funny because I didn't think about it like that. I was like, if I was a fly, where would I want to be? I was going to say like the kitchen or a porta potty. But you had a way better answer, dude. Text us now. Text us Thursday.
Wow.
Text us Thursday.
Hell yeah.
You think you want to text us? You know who you're texting to?
I would hope so. Oh, put it on the Mount Rushmore of text us songs.
I'm just saying, man, as soon as D-Generation X exited the WWE, things changed a lot.
There's a direct correlation between the end of
Text
DX
us Thursday!
and the decline in society, brother.
Text us Thursday! You want to text like a big man?
So aggressive.
We got 2 words for you.
Oh.
Text us. We'll start with this one here. Someone said, what's a life hack that you actually use?
A life hack that you actually use?
Put a garbage can in every room.
Ooh, that actually does.
How many times are you like laying in your bed or something? Wherever it is on the couch, and you're like, just leave this here. Just put a tiny little trash can in every room.
I will say, I used to have small trash cans in most of the rooms in the house. And then grocery stores stopped giving me free garbage bags every time I bought a bunch of groceries.
True.
Now I don't use them as often.
Someone said, what's some brutally honest advice that everyone should hear?
Not as many people care as you think.
Yeah.
That's just it. And that goes for everything. When you're talking about your day, and we're guilty of this just as much as anyone, you're talking about your day, you're talking about your life, you're talking about your problems, there's a coin toss chance the person you're telling it to does not care.
I'd agree with that, and I'd also say I think the best advice you can give someone is if you think you're done wiping, you're probably not. Doesn't hurt to double check.
What's that Parks and Rec outtake where Chris Pratt says it's like wiping a marker?
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
You gotta just keep going.
Yeah. Anyone you see in there?
I will say to the person who texted in, I'm running a marathon at the end of April and talking about being on a 975-day running streak. I don't know what your question is, but I guess congratulations.
That's crazy. 975 days? It's unreal.
I don't think I've done anything for 975 consecutive days other than sleep.
Yeah.
And even, you know what? Even then, I've had insomnia, so almost certainly not for that long.
What problems do you have? What are you running from, man?
What are you running from, brother? That's the real story here.
Someone said, hey, Brock, if you had kids and had to name them after a Brock-related food, what would it be?
What's Brock-related? Like stuff that you eat?
Like broccoli, broccolini?
Oh, see, because I was thinking, would you just name your kids Liv and Moss?
Crunchwrap Supreme? I'd like you to meet my son, Baja. Middle name Blast.
It's short for Baja Blast.
Yeah. Just name a kid Fire Sauce.
Yeah. Do you think that gets the kid beat up at school? Fire Sauce?
I don't know, man. I feel like you pack a good punch.
I hate that I set you up for that. I want to give a shout out to Jason because Jason did something on the text line most people don't do. He said, I want to say a happy 8th anniversary to my wife, and then he mentioned her name. So happy anniversary to Jason and Melissa.
Nice. Someone texted in and said, getting my first tattoo today, what's the best advice you have? I don't know. There's not really any advice.
Yeah.
Just like go in, get it done. You'll figure out if you like it or not.
That's just it. I would say if I was going to give you any advice, it's follow the aftercare instructions.
Also, I mean, when they ask you before they do it, Do you like how this looks with the stencil? Mm-hmm. Be honest.
Right. You're not going to hurt anyone's feelings, or at least not any more than it'll suck to have a bad tattoo that you could have prevented. Mm-hmm. Use your words, because it's once the needle's in, it's too late.
Someone else texted in here and said, settle an argument for me. Is it weird to cut your nails anywhere outside of the bathroom?
Anywhere outside of your home, maybe, but outside the bathroom's fine.
I don't know. I think you got to just do it in the bathroom at your house. You don't need to be finding nails in the couch.
Well, first of all, don't be clipping your nails like some sort of wild animal and letting them fly around everywhere.
Sometimes you get a foul ball.
I will sit in my living room and clip my nails. I will also cut my kids' nails in my living room because they come down after the shower.
Never sitting on your couch again.
You weren't invited.
Oh, God. Imagine being like, I dropped a chip in the couch.
Who's eating chip couch?
It's the guy cutting his nails on the couch.
Yeah, because I keep my nails in a pile and I don't let my chips fall between the cushions. What's going on at your house?
Glass house is what we're talking about right here. It's time to text us now, 762-555. Ask all your questions now, text us Thursday. You can send your questions to us, we'll read it on the radio. Send us your text right now, text us Thursday.
Just stop. Why are you doing this? No one asked for this.
762-555. Ask us your questions now, we'll read them on the radio. Text us Thursday, text us Thursday, text us Thursday.
God. Stop.
Text us.
Stop, please. Text us. You stop. No more.
I apologize to anyone who knows that song and was instantly triggered. If you don't know that song, consider yourself lucky.
So many texts. Turn that off. Please, never again. I swear to God, one text just says.
762-555. Questions, comments, concerns. You can send them all to us, all right?
This man woke up and chose violence.
Someone must be smoking the jazz cabbage right now because they said, is Mike Wazowski winking or blinking?
He's only got one eye. That's a wink, my man.
I mean, by the definition of it, he is winking. But, I mean, do you need two eyes to wink?
I mean, maybe there's a whole different set of circumstances when it comes to one-eyed creatures. I don't think I've ever heard anybody specify whether the Cyclops was winking or blinking.
True.
Mythological times, but as far as my understanding goes, it's one eye versus two, not one eye versus all. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I guess he can't do an eye for an eye either, right?
Because, I mean, the other alternative is that he's got some weird way of only closing half of his one eye, and that's a wink, and that would be terrifying.
Someone said, which Kachuk brother is the hotter one, Brady or Matthew? And I feel like it's not a question. It's obviously Matthew Kachuk.
I hate to say this. I don't know what either one of them look like.
Oh, God. I'll show you. Brady Kachuk looks like the kind of kid who asks you if you have any games on your phone.
Is Brady Kachuk the one he was kind of like bald looking at the Four Nations Cup, and he scored that goal and turned into sloths from the Goonies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know what the other one looks like, but it's not him.
Brady Kachuk looks like the kind of kid who's always like sniffling his nose with, he's always got snot on his face as a kid.
There's always something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
What's another one here? Someone said, what's a cheat code you discovered in real life that actually works?
A cheat code in real life? I'm trying to think of like all the life hacks and stuff I've ever seen.
Here's one for you. When you're in a public bathroom and it's got the 2 rolls of toilet paper there, if it's like 1 ply or whatever, pull both of them at the same time.
Oh!
That's what I do here all the time. And you at least give yourself a 2 ply or maybe even a 3 ply sometimes.
I think the other life hack that's similar to that is if you work in a building with 1 ply, quit. If your boss thinks that little of you, you don't need that in your life.
Someone said, if there was a doll of you, what phrases would it say when the string was pulled? I feel like just muttering the F word.
Yeah, mine would cuss a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you would say, I'm Dolby, and it would probably say fair enough a
Yours
lot.
would be like, oh, my back. Just the sound of your knees cracking.
That's the thing. Mine is opposable G.I. Joe, but every time you move the knees, it goes...
Yours is permanently glued to a couch and it can't get...
Has a game controller stuck in one hand.
All right, we'll wrap up with this one. Someone said, what's something that looks creepy when you're ugly, but really cool when you're hot? Mustaches for sure.
Mustaches is a bad one. Just looking at people. If you're hot and you stare at somebody, people call it a smolder. Look, he's giving me the eyes.
Dude, even more than that, I mean, kind of coming full circle in the conversation, a wink.
Yeah, you can't wink at people.
A wink can be super sexy or super creepy depending on what you look like.
That's just it. A hot person winks at you from across the room, you're flattered, right? You're like, oh my gosh, really? That's for me?
Wink at a coworker today. You're either going to have an HR meeting or you might get lucky.
Wink at a coworker today. This is another one of your famously bad pieces of advice.
I think you send us a text. 762-555. Send a text right now. Send a text right now. Send a text right now. Send a text. You should send us a text. Anything that you want. 762-555. 762-555. 762-555. Send a text.
That is Limp Rocket with the text it.
I don't know if I would put my name in on that one. I know the bit is to try and like insert your name into different band names. I don't think Limp Brocket was the way to go. Brock Biscuit, maybe?
When I'm your age, I'll be Limp Rocket for sure.
Hey, the good news is there's advancements in those blue pills every single year.
First question in here says, do you think Yoko Ono knows that people hate her?
I feel like she probably just doesn't care.
I mean, but you'd have to know that.
I mean, every piece of literature about her is anti-Ono in some capacity. So I'm sure she's not aloof to it all, but also, like, even when she would do interviews and stuff like that, like, she does sort of carry herself as an I'm better than you vibe. Mm-hmm. So your opinion probably doesn't matter.
Morrissey schedules concerts and cancels them on the regular. I don't think he has a problem with it either.
Yeah, no, these people don't really care. They also sleep on sacks of money.
Someone said, planning on proposing to my girlfriend this weekend. Mm-hmm. What should I do if she says no? Run like Forrest Gump?
I think, you know what? End it like you would a job interview. Firm handshakes and go your separate ways.
You know what you do? You pull like the YouTuber thing. It's a prank.
Oh, it's just a prank. Got you.
I was kidding. You actually thought I was serious?
This ring is on loan from a jewelry store. I couldn't afford this. Are you kidding me?
Then you go and cry.
I definitely didn't save up for 3 months for this.
Someone said, if money isn't an issue, what is your ideal weekend?
Going to wherever there is a wrestling show.
True.
That would probably be it. Or, I mean, like, that's the thing, is it would almost certainly involve travel, right? Like, if I could go do anything I want, money is no issue. It's probably a private jet to wherever I think would be cool to visit that weekend.
Honestly, I feel like I'm more basic. Like, if I can just go golfing, have some beers, maybe some loving in between and a good dinner, like, that's perfect. And then I get to chill.
Yeah.
Honestly, chilling is the best weekend of all time.
If you want to play it like a more like realistic, down-to-earth kind of weekend, it is probably sleeping in past 4 o'clock is always nice. And then I would play some video games with my kids, but then also I'd have some time for just playing by myself.
Yeah. Not with the money. I mean, that's just paying off bills, I guess.
That's just, yeah.
If I have unlimited money, that's the perfect weekend.
Having the ability to not do anything for the weekend that involves something I could pay someone else to do.
All right. The whole gorilla conversation has been a huge thing the past week. Someone said, who would win, a silverback gorilla or a polar bear? Where's it taking place is the thing.
That's just it. If there's water involved, I think that gives the advantage to the polar bear, but the polar bear's my guy. Like, that's hometown advantage for me, but I still think gorillas are just built different.
Yeah, you think so?
I would love to see a silverback gorilla powerbomb a polar bear. I just think that would be the craziest thing I'd ever see.
All right, we'll wrap up with this one here. What is something that you've tried once and you will never do it again?
I rappelled down a building once.
Oh, yeah, you're
for
scared
like
of heights.
Charity thing, and I would never, ever do it again.
Yeah, going to Costco the day before Thanksgiving.
No, man, I like to live on the edge.
That's dangerous.
I like that one.
Eating hot wings before making love.
Tried that once, did you?
Let's just say I didn't wash my hands.
God damn.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that one out loud, I guess.
Send us a text. 762-555. Send us all your questions now.
It's Text Us! Text Us Tuesday!
The best part about when you try to do Metallica is that one vein that just struggles.
Someone said, does Ram Jam have any other songs, or is Black Betty just about it?
They have other songs. You might have even heard one or two, but nobody cares about them.
I'm just Googling right now. So they've got Black Betty, Let It All Out,
Yeah.
Pretty Poison, Michael?
Who's Mike? Like the craft store?
Hey Boogie Woman? Gone Wild?
I'm going to call Mallory Boogie Woman at some point today and see how that goes.
Please, please, please.
The thing is like, have you ever met a Ram Jam fan?
No.
I know people who will say that Black Betty is one of their favorite songs, but I don't know anybody who's like, oh yeah, Ram Jam's my favorite band.
It is weird because Google has Black Betty listed as a song, and they also have Bam a Lamb as a song.
Did they do two? Is there a sequel?
Is it? Well, we'll find out. Another one here says, how big of a hole do you need in your socks before it comes unwearable? If the whole heel is finally coming out, I think, that's when I can't do it anymore.
If a toe pops out, it's done. That's the other thing, too, is it depends on where the hole is. Like, if I get a hole in the ankle or, like, above my foot, then who cares? If there's a hole in the toe, there's a hole in the heel, or if there's a hole in the pad underneath your feet.
Yeah.
Done. Garbage. Immediately.
I can have, like, one of my, like, little toes sticking out, but if it's big toe, I can't do that.
Dude, my son will have, like, his second toe sticking out. Like, the big toe and all the little toes are in, and his, like, index toe will be pointing out. He's just walking around like nothing's wrong with the world.
It makes me feel like I'm in touch with my ancestors sometimes, so... Somebody said, how many peanut butter sandwiches could you eat in one sitting? Probably 2, and then the roof of my mouth is screwed.
No, 5, 6 easy.
5, 6? Dude, I feel like even just eating one peanut butter sandwich, sometimes I feel like a dog, and I start like...
I like that feeling. I like feeling like that gets me back to my roots.
Yeah.
I feel like, honestly, pre-Ozempic, I could crush a dozen peanut butter sandwiches in a go. Yeah, I'm not saying like it's going to be the most enjoyable.
I think if you grilled cheese a peanut butter sandwich, which if you've never tried before, like...
So good.
Oh my God. I think I could crush like 5 or 6 that way, but just like raw, like normal bread.
Straight PB&J. Or is it just peanut butter? Because if it's jam, my number goes up.
Oh, the jam makes everything easier.
Oh, absolutely. It just lubricates.
It's like a lubricant. Yes.
The whole thing.
Yeah. How faded do the road markings have to be in this damn city before they redo them?
I am actually convinced that they're waiting until they're all gone, and then we just drive around Mad Max style.
Yeah, maybe they're treating it like kind of how like the youth treat like clothing, where if it's kind of faded, it's vintage and it's hip now.
I think the biggest thing is the city probably saw the way y'all park, even in parking lots where the lines are brand new, and just said, why are we spending money on this?
Final one here. When you're in a public bathroom and someone comes up to pull on the door, what do you say? I always say, come back with a warrant. I've never thought about that before.
That's great.
That's great.
I love just a good occupied.
Mm-hmm. Or you could do something fun like, what's the password?
Like a speakeasy?
Yeah.
God, if only they had those little sliding windows on the doors.
No. The best one that you could do is, are you the guy from Craigslist?
Back to the text in a second, but you also came here looking for a code word to enter on the free Seeker app for our 65-inch TV giveaway, so here it is. Today's code word is WIN, W-I-N. Enter it on the contest page on the Seeker app, and you could be the big winner. And come back for more code words from all of our best of episodes this holiday season.
You should send a text 762-555. Ask a question now, and we'll try to read it on the radio, or at least reply. Ask your questions now. Just send a text. Just send a text. Just send a text right now. 762-555. Ask your questions now. And if you don't, we're screwed. 'Cause this bit relies on you.
How very true it is. Well done.
Yes, that is Brock Blunt there for you.
I feel like I've heard that phrase before, but it was about something else.
My voice gets high like that sometimes, so does other things. But
I think people sleep on your falsetto. You do not get nearly enough credit for your falsetto on these songs.
Stop it. You're making me blush. First one says, when did a stranger last see you naked?
When did a stranger last see me naked? Probably at the gym.
Yeah, I was going to say last week at the gym for sure.
I mean, it's been a lot longer than a week for me, but same scenario. You know, you get in the change room, and there's got to be that point where you change to get in the shower.
I mean, it'd be weird if you had a whole nother story.
I mean, that's just it. Like, I'm trying to think of any time other than like the gym or like
Hockey
a locker room where somebody would have seen like swimming pool in the, again, change room. Mm-hmm. But like just out and about, I mean, probably not since like getting pantsed in high school on a commando day, you know, something like that.
There's sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night to let the dogs out, and because I sleep naked, sometimes I'll pee off the deck. And I always wonder if anyone has ever caught me doing that, which I guess now that I said it, my neighbors know.
People are going to be watching now.
Yeah.
You're going to get them trail cameras you get for like bird feeders.
That's my bad. That's my bad. What's something you wish was illegal just because it personally annoys you? Speakers in public. Like people who like play their Bluetooth speaker on their bike.
Yeah,
that drives me crazy.
I mean, not to loop it back to the first one, but people walking around naked in the gym change room. Listen, I understand that we have to take our clothes off to get in and out of the shower or whatever. Some of y'all are too comfortable.
Yeah.
Some of y'all are treating this like it's your bathroom.
Maybe be like a 60-second timer.
Yeah. Just get it done. You know, you don't have to be doing Pilates back there.
Someone said, why do people drive 80 in an 80, then 80 in a 60? Speed or don't speed?
I like the idea being that you're mad at them for not continuing to break the law.
Yeah.
There are just some speeds that feel more reasonable to speed at. You know what I mean? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I get on a highway and the speed limit is 100, I don't even bat an eye going to 110, maybe even 120. But then if the speed limit is 30, like, I wouldn't go 50. It would be like, here we go.
Well, especially with all the speed cameras they're putting up in town, too.
Yeah.
You can't even risk it now.
Sometimes you just gotta know your terrain. If somebody's doing 80 in a 60 and then only doing 80 in an 80, it's probably because they know something.
Someone said, how can we allow politicians to tell us what they will do and we have to pick their lesser evil? Why do we allow them to tell us what to do anyway?
Because the problem is that our best don't run for office because being a politician is a thankless job and no one actually wants to do it other than to give themselves money and power in society. But that's just the short answer.
We can sit here all day and talk about this if you want to.
I mean, that's just it. The reason that we do the first thing of like letting them tell us what they will do and then not holding them to task to actually do it is because we don't have anybody else to pick. There are very few politicians that actually do all the things they say they're going to do. So it can't be like, well, we'll pick somebody better next time.
Yeah, this isn't like the Lion King, guys. Doesn't work out like that.
What I would pay to see Mark Carney hold up Doug Ford over Pride Rock, though.
Text.
Send a text now. 762-555. When you should text us, you should send a question. Ask us anything that you want right now. 762-555. Questions, comments, or concerns. We'll try to read it on the radio. Send a text right now. Oh, yeah.
There you go. So now it's Youngblood and Brock that have the official endorsement to sing 7.
I call that one sweet text.
I honest to God think, and listen, I'm the one that sits across from you for every one of these every Tuesday and Thursday. I think that is my favorite, at very least the intro, doing the
text. First question in here. It says, when does a cucumber become a pickle? I mean, I get it. You put it in a jar, it's a cucumber, and then you pull it out and boom, it's a pickle.
I like that, making it sound like it's instant, like it's a baptism in the dill liquid.
I think pickles are kind of like caterpillars or butterflies, rather.
Right, yeah. And the cocoon is a delicious, salty brine.
Yeah.
And you just have to leave it in there and trust in the process for a little bit. And then you are rewarded with delicious food.
Wouldn't that be nice if you didn't have to work out? If you just had to climb into a brine for like a month or something and then hop out shredded as hell?
Dude, you have to take like a week's vacation and you just go into a cocoon and you just come out and like you're healthy, you're in good shape. Everything worked. Imagine if I could go into a cocoon and come back on this show with a full head of hair. I would take all of my vacation days.
If you can figure that out, that's $1 million idea
that
right
would
there.
Be banked, man.
Someone else texted in and said, how has Rick D's voice not changed my whole life? I expect answer from you Radioheads.
Well, he's an undead vampire is the thing.
I feel like those old radio guys just found a voice. Because, I mean, anyone who has a radio voice, that's not their real voice, but the older they get, it just becomes who they are.
That's the thing. It's like if you do something over and over and over again, it becomes muscle memory. So yeah, back in the day when the style of radio was to put on a really over-the-top voice, they all just found it. And then if you were successful, like Rick Dees, who had a monster career, by the end, he probably had trouble not talking like that.
I wonder what it was like having one of those old radio guys be your dad, where he's like, hey, get down here.
Well, I think that's the thing is like, do you find that you get recognized when you talk in public?
Yeah, and I do find it weird when people go, do your radio voice, and I'm like,
That's not really a thing anymore. Our radio voices are just kind of our voices. But I think, like, I wonder if back in the day, like, Rick Dees went to the grocery store and just talked into, like, a normal, like, hey, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then people would, like, to prove he was actually Rick Dees, he'd have to put on the smooth voice.
Mm-hmm. Someone said, what would chairs look like if your knees bent the other way?
Oh, I don't know.
I think you just sit in them reverse, wouldn't you?
I can't. Well, the thing is like the chair goes down and then forward, and then your knees wrap around the front. So would you sit in chairs backwards?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like would you go down and then your butt would go back and then your feet would plant on the ground that way?
Toilets would be a lot more confusing than just regular chairs.
Oh, and I feel like public bathrooms, the toilets would all like stare at each other.
Yeah. Would you have to like hop around it to get on?
I don't know. Saddle up like a horse?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone said, why didn't they let us use number 1 pencils in school, only number 2?
I don't know what a number 1 or a number 3 or any of the other pencil, like there's all this big fuss, especially like my generation, where they would do like some of the Scantron tests.
And you had to use a number 2 pencil.
Right. I've never used any other pencil. Why are you yelling at me like I have options? I don't even know if they sell number 1 pencils.
I think there's like different shadings if you do art, but I really don't know.
Yeah. If you buy like specialty kits, there's all kinds of different things out there. But in my world, there was standard number 2 pencils and mechanical pencils, and that was it.
Final one here says, going in for my first prostate exam, you boys got any advice or tips? I haven't reached that age yet. You got a prostate exam yet?
I haven't gone for one, and now that I think about it, I mean, I'm just months away from 42. I probably should.
I think maybe don't eat. I think that's kind of a guideline.
Your doctor will tell you, like, if you've got a fast or whatever. I think the biggest thing to avoid is not food, it's eye contact.
Yeah.
Just, hey, if you walk in a stranger, just hope that that's how you walk out.
Yeah. Try not to fart, I guess.
No, you know what? He's a professional. You know how much money those doctors make? If you got to fart, you fart.
You should send us a text 762-555. Ask a question, we'll try to reply. You can ask anything that you want. Just send us a text right now. 762-555 is the number. Ask a question, a comment, or a concern. It's Tuesday, you see. Ask a question, we'll plead with you to try and engage with us for content.
I don't think I've ever heard you do that accent without drinking first.
That is the text of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
It is. They were famous for their texting on ships back in the day.
First one here, very serious question. How many wipes before you leave the bathroom?
Oh, I'm not leaving until the paper comes back clean.
That's what I was going to say. I don't count wipes.
No,
I take a look.
You can't count wipes because sometimes you don't even need one. You're going to do one because you're not a heathen.
To quote Ryan Denis, sometimes you have a ghost poop.
Yeah.
You know?
And then sometimes you didn't think it was anything and it just keeps on going. So yeah, no, you cannot have a set definition amount of wipes because every poop is different.
If you had 5 minutes left to live, what would you do? Probably procrastinate?
Probably, like, everybody asks this question, like, you could reasonably do something important or significant.
Just run on a bus and scream a bunch of crazy stuff? I don't know.
If you found out that you had 5 minutes to live, realistically, you're going to cry for 5 minutes. Your best bet is that there's someone close to you around that you can, like, hug until you go.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, I'm going to solve cancer. Like, I don't know what I would do. Nothing.
You grab the mist as you go, stop crying. Come on.
What do you do with the other 4 minutes?
Then you cry. If you had won the $75 million jackpot the other night, what would you have done? I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, the boring answer, obviously, I have a mortgage I would pay off. We have sort of an arrangement where if one of us wins millions of dollars, you have a mortgage I would pay off, my parents would be set, and then I would put a bunch of it into it, like, investments, and then the rest of it is like, how fast can I get rid of this? We're going somewhere. The kids and I, Mallory, we're all going somewhere ridiculous. Oh, you know what I would do? First thing, I would go to that Super Mario World at Universal Studios, but the one in Japan, because it's more realistic.
Yeah.
And I would hire someone to translate everything for me in real time.
Someone said, did you know cows have best friends?
I did not know that.
It said, I don't know how that might make people feel about their own lives.
If you can't name your best friend, it's going to be real tough next time you drive by a field of cows.
This is why when I go to Harvey's, I always get a double cheeseburger.
To keep them together.
Exactly.
I love the idea of patties being sold in pairs.
All right, final one here. Someone said, me and my crew at the shop have been listening to the radio from 7:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, Monday to Friday since May 1st.
Wow, thank you.
You know how everybody says the radio plays the same song over and over and over again?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we put that to the test. We marked down every AC/DC song we've heard since then, and the tally is only at 104.
That's it, eh?
So he said it works out to you might hear the same song 1.5 times a day. Myth busted.
Wow. And I mean, we've had an AC/DC week in that window, too, which means we would have been playing more AC/DC than on average.
So what he's saying, we need to play more AC/DC.
More AC/DC.
More Thunderstruck.
Mandatory TNT once an hour.
It's a long way to the top if we don't play more AC/DC.
But here's the key. We need to play more AC/DC, but not anything different. Just the same AC/DC over and over again.
Send a text right now. 762-555. Send a text. Send a text. Ask a question. You can ask us anything. Yeah, 762-555. A question, comment, or concern. Send a text right now. Text us anything you want to right now. Send a text. It's so hard not to say the F, yeah?
You did great. Honestly, you did great not cussing just now.
There's some various lyrics as the karaoke was coming across my screen that it was hard not to let slip up.
Why, and they all caps big letters. Like, that's the part of the song you're supposed to hit the hardest. So, again, very well done. A consummate professional.
You've got Superman powers for 1 year. What do you use it for?
For 1 year?
Trying not to be a pervert.
The X-ray vision. Fair. Is it bad that my brain immediately went to, like, villainy? Like, if you had all the powers of Superman, but it has an expiry date, you'd want to do as much as you could to set yourself up for after Superman time, right? So, like, in my head, I'm like, well, you just, like, rob banks and stuff, right? Like,
I mean, also, you could use your powers for good. I mean, it would be a great party trick at the bar, lighting people's cigarettes with the...
Oh, with the heat vision?
Yeah. Imagine going camping
off.
And having that guy with you.
That would be pretty sick. Yeah. If you wanted to go, like, skating in the middle of July, just go out there and breathe on a lake and put the skates on. That would be fun. You could do things that were fun, but again, like, my brain immediately is like, Listen, no one would suspect a muscular dude who can fly with powers is going to be me. So I put a mask on, I steal all the money, and then when I'm done, I go back to being normal.
Someone said, what's a smell you secretly love that everybody thinks is gross? Cigarettes, to be honest.
Cigarettes isn't the worst smell in the world.
It reminds me of family. I know I've said that before.
The only time cigarette smell is actually bad is if you've recently quit or if you don't smoke at all. Like, that's when I stopped. I noticed other people, like if I walked past somebody smoking, then I would be like, ugh, gross. But I think it was just my brain because I really wanted to stop and ask for one. Otherwise, yeah, sometimes a nice cigarette tobacco smell, pretty good.
Someone said, does anybody else feel uncomfortable buying lingerie for your girl? Yeah, man, I've gone into like a Victoria's Secret or whatever before, and you feel like a creep being in there.
That's just it. Like, you're doing something good, but like, honest to God, when you're buying it for yourself, right? Like, I don't know specifically what she likes or like her comfort or anything. I'm buying the thing that I'm like, oh, I like the look of that.
That would look hot, yeah.
So you are kind of being pervy when you do it.
Well, even the idea when you go in by yourself and you're like looking at thongs or whatever, and then they come up and they're like, can I help you? And you're like, I'm not a pervert.
Right,
it's for my girlfriend.
You over-explain.
And they're like, do you know her measurements? And you're like,
I probably should. But
you like hold out your hands and you're like, like this?
I think that's when you get asked, sir, we're going to ask you to go shop somewhere else today.
Final one I'll wrap up with here, and you know what, I will keep the name anonymous, but it says, how do I persuade my boyfriend to finally commit to going bald?
The only thing is he has to get there himself. I mean, I took so much abuse. Even when I was a wrestler, people would sit in the bleachers at our shows and chant bald spot. I heard it all, but it wasn't until I made the decision for myself that I was finally there. You just have to be supportive.
You couldn't even get, like, a girl couldn't give you, like, a subtle nod, like, you'd look like a Jason Statham or something, no?
I don't think so, no, honestly, because it's anybody bringing up that you should shave your head is gonna feel like an insult to a person who's trying not to shave their head.
Do you play kind of like a devil's advocate thing where you're like, you don't need to shave your head kind of thing?
I think maybe the best you can do is if they have a beard of any kind, buy them a trimmer and say it's for the beard. And then maybe they go, oh, well, what if I used it on my head? Like, give them the tools to do the job without telling them that's what it's for.
If you know their barber, maybe slide them an extra 20.
Yeah, maybe you have an oopsie off the top, and then, you know, and then we're already there.
Yeah.
Then we're already in the ballpark. We can have the discussion.
Yeah. Nothing makes me more horned up than a bald man. Start saying stuff like that at home.
No, we all know it's a lie.
Hey, textity text 762-555. Send Dolby me a text. Textity text 762-555. Send us a text. Text. Send us a little text. Text. We'll try to read it on the radio.
I love so much more when you biff it than when it goes well. That was amazing.
762-555. Dominic the Donkey would want you to send in a text.
Who are you to let down Dominic? Send us a text today.
First question here is from Jack, and he says, what is the only color you can taste? I feel like there's a bunch of colors you can taste.
Orange is the right answer. Orange is the most universal flavor.
Red is fruit punch.
See, but red can also be strawberry, could be raspberry, could be watermelon, could be cherry. Red is a dangerous game to play if you don't know what you're getting into.
Green is a deceiving taste, too.
Green can go all over the place. You ever go in for something you thought was going to be nice and limey, and then you got yourself some green apple? Green apple's not even a bad flavor, but if you're not ready for it, it'll smack you in the mouth.
I like how white is a mystery flavor for a lot of things, when white is the most bland color of all.
It's the most bland of all the colors, but white freezy is one of the greatest flavors of all time in all foods.
Yeah.
So if everything white tasted like white free, I'm going down a road I'm not comfortable with.
Well, it's just funny when you think about white people's taste buds compared to how they make the mystery color be like, ooh. Somebody said, did you hear Tim Hortons has stopped serving their breakfast past 4 p.m.? This is BS. When did this happen? I mean, they've got too much BS on the menu to, I guess, be making breakfast at 4 p.m.
I feel like that's the thing is like, I didn't know how late Tim Hortons
I thought it was
breakfast.
24 hours, yeah.
If you're going to Tim Hortons or any restaurant for that matter, because a lot of them do the all-day breakfast now, if you're ordering eggs at a fast food drive-thru at 4 p.m., life has been unkind, and you need to reflect on how you could make things better.
Someone said, what fictional character would make the worst roommate?
Ooh.
Buffalo Bill. Well, am I wrong?
You'd always have access to lotion when you needed it.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
Anyone from a scary movie, the guy from Saw, maybe?
That's, Jigsaw or Freddy or any of those people. Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands, I would argue, if you had a lawn of any kind, some hedges, if you need haircuts, he was a very talented person, as long as you were on his good side.
Yeah. Until you're like, hey, can you grab that shirt from my room for me? And then you come back and it's all shredded.
If you ask Edward Scissorhands to get you a shirt, that's on you. He's just doing the best he can.
Someone said, what's your favorite way of keeping warm now that it's freaking cold out there?
40 years of overeating.
There you go.
Like, that's the thing, right? Like, as a big guy, I'm heavy set, I'm hairy, I'm big. I don't get cold easily. Like, I'll throw on a hoodie and it'll carry me till February.
Dalby will send you some diet tips to help you stay warm this winter.
I don't know if you can call them legally diet tips.
I was going to say snuggling is pretty dope, but that's an inside thing, and then usually one person's legs are colder than the other. You know what I've been doing? And I feel bad, because now I understand, like, I always get annoyed with Courtney when she puts her cold feet on my legs.
Right.
I started putting my feet under my dog. And I can tell that it bugs him.
He's not happy.
No.
This is also just another great time to remind people, as it's going to start getting cold out there, 2 blankets in the bedroom.
Yeah.
If you are in a couple, bring a second blanket into the bedroom.
Game changer.
It will stop so many fights, as someone will no longer be freezing cold in the middle of the night.
Final one I'll wrap up with here. Someone said, what's something you'd pay to unsubscribe from in real life? I mean, bills, obviously.
Yeah, bills would be a huge one. But honestly, just news. Just news in general.
Or advertising.
Advertising would be great. If you could pay like the way that you pay like Amazon Prime, a couple extra bucks and you don't have to watch commercials or whatever. If you could erase advertising from your life for a small monthly fee, I would pay it in a heartbeat.
You know how on Google Chrome you can get the little ad blocker?
Yeah.
That'd be the one chip that I would put in my brain.
It's just an ad blocker. It just replaces all advertisements, billboards, posters with like sick album art from your favorite artists.
Yeah. Or nude photos, either or.
Whatever gets you through the day.
I'm paying for the subscription. I feel like I should get to choose. I want you to send a text to me and Dolby 762-555 right now. Could you ask a question? Anything you want right now. 762-555. I know a text will make us smile. I want you to ask a question on Tuesday. It's Text Us Tuesday.
Did you pronounce 5 as file just to make it rhyme with smile?
That's what great artists do. That's the kind of stuff great artists do right there. First question we got in here says, do you think you should be able to give your boss a year-end review?
I think you should. I don't think it's probably going to end the way you want it to.
I mean, anonymously.
I mean, the thing is you can actually, now that I think of this, you can go to your boss today and give them a year-end review. you don't have to schedule it. You can just yell at them if that's what you want to do.
You might not have a job when you get back from the holidays, but I think every workplace should have like one of those boxes like they have at a fast food restaurant.
The complaint box.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, suggestion box.
And I think at the end of every year, every employee should be able to put something in there anonymously. And then someone higher up than your boss can read those and go, okay.
That would be interesting. But the thing is even anonymously, like, I just feel like nothing ever gets done about those. Like, even to your example of the fast food restaurant, no, the CEO of McDonald's isn't reading those and going like, oh man, we really should change things around here.
It's true. Valid. Next one in here says, what are your thoughts on the Olympic rink situation? For those who don't know, for the upcoming Olympics, the rink is not even finished being built yet. It's supposed to be smaller than the average size NHL rink, which is weird because by Olympic standards, they're usually bigger.
Right. Not only did you miss the normal size, but you missed from usually being too big. To me, this just screams it is the ultimate proof that the Olympics are a scam. Like, the whole thing about like countries spend billions with a B dollars to build all these new buildings and facilities to host the world for 2 weeks, and then everything goes to hell. It's just like, where did the money go to build the rest of the rink? Mm-hmm. How did we get here?
Yeah, and I mean, the NHL players don't want to go because they're saying it's unsafe. And I know some people are like, well, what's the problem with a smaller rink? Well, it's exactly that. It's too small for the game that they play. And every time the Olympics or any of these world championships happen, someone gets injured and it costs a team their season.
Right.
You know?
And by reducing the space, the bodies have less room. They're going to crash into each other. And like you said, like, it's crazy to hear the players say they don't want to go because they spend so much time demanding to be allowed to go.
Exactly. Here's a good one, actually. Someone said, who's more likely to have a comeback, John Cena or the Leafs?
John Cena promised that he would never come back to pro wrestling.
But also, how many wrestlers have you heard say they're done before?
That's just it. I do think there's a better chance that we see John Cena in a professional wrestling ring than we see the Toronto Maple Leafs hoisting the Stanley Cup.
I've said this is our year, and it's never happened, versus so many wrestlers have said never again.
Right, and it happens all the time. It is an apt comparison, though, because you have John Cena and the Stanley Cup champion Maple Leafs. Two things you cannot see.
I knew that was coming. Someone said, what's up with the resurgence of physical media like Blu-rays, DVDs, CDs, all this kind of stuff? Have you noticed this is making a return?
Yeah, I just got an email from Netflix that my prices are going up again, and all of a sudden it feels like a great time to go buy some DVDs. That's why.
I also feel like it's kind of like the vinyl thing from at least 10 years ago, where the like younger generation of kids and stuff coming up now, they like to have physical things, and it makes them feel like they're retro and vintage.
Well, yeah, there's the nostalgia factor, there's the retro factor, and then there's just the fact of like, if I buy something, I want to have it. I want to own it. I want to physically be able to use it, because your favorite show can be taken off. I saw there are, I think, 11 Netflix original and owned shows that are going to be taken off Netflix in January of 2026. There's no reason for those shows to go off the service we're paying for, but they're still disappearing, and that's why physical media, and I hate to say it, piracy, are going to see all-time highs in 2026.
Final one I do want to wrap up with here. It says, if Santa knows when you're naughty or nice, does that mean he knew Rudolph was being bullied the whole time?
Of course it does. Did you have higher expectations of a man who's literally running the planet's biggest sweatshop? Nothing about Santa Claus screams ethical business practices.
Valid point.
He has child labor building all of the toys and gifts. He takes all the credit for the operation despite it being a massive thing. Animal cruelty, breaking and entering. Everything about Santa Claus is terrible. A little looking the other way when the reindeer getting bullied, the least surprising part of the whole thing.
You got to break him in to make him work hard, you know?
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.